Anyways, before the video starts, I just want to let you guys know that we are doing a giveaway next week. We will be live streaming the event, and one lucky person will receive a code that is redeemable on Steam for MX Bikes so that they can play with other members or just participate in the streams and whatnot. So if you would be interested in joining that, I will leave a link to my Discord in the description below, and I will also leave a link to the website where you can enter in the description as well. The only announcement that I have to really make about it is if you own MX Bikes, please do not enter the giveaway. You will not get an extra copy of MX Bikes if you already own it. But yeah, what's going on, guys? Today I had a crazy epiphany kind of like idea, sort of. Well, I don't know. I'm not very creative, but I think this is a pretty creative idea and I want to give it a try. I use ChatGPT for a lot of stuff. I've used a lot of it for my YouTube, for like titles, thumbnails, giving me ideas for videos and whatnot. But I had the idea, what if I can get ChatGPT to give me a setup that is better than a pro setup? You know what I mean? I don't believe that we should have to pay for setups. It's basically paying to win. So what if ChatGPT can actually make it so that way we don't have to pay for these setups anymore? We can just go on here and make a crazy setup. So we're gonna see how this goes. I started off by saying, hi, I'm on MX Bikes with the Beta 19 OEMs and I'm using the Kawasaki 450. It only makes sense because I ride it in real life. But can you help me make a setup that is good for both MX and SX? The bat, it's given us a setup to try and use. I'm actually going to pull this over real quick so that way I can copy the settings down. I am on a default setup, so this is all default. If I compare it to any of my other setups, it's obviously default, so I'm not switching anything. I do know I'm going to a 110 tire because that's just the way to go right off the bat. So see, now this is where ChatGPT gets a little difficult because it says spring rate for the front forks, you need 285 pounds, but we don't have that option. The spring rate would be 27. So yeah, with ChatGPT, you kind of have to play with it a little bit because once it starts like getting the information that you need to give it, it'll start learning it quicker and it'll be able to give you better answers. So I've learned that as well. I have a feeling this is going to be a horrible setup. To be honest with you. Rebound 11 clicks out, so we already got that. Compression, low speed 14. But yeah, we're going to test this out and call it ChatGPT, and we're going to see how this feels. So we're going to see how this setup feels. I picked a pretty bumpy track because I want to see if it does make a difference, and then we'll probably do this on SX as well. I ain't even gonna lie to you, the setup is kind of ridiculous, but it's kind of working a little bit. Obviously, if you want it fine-tuned, you need to go really in-depth with ChatGPT, but so far, I ain't gonna lie, the bumps are actually soaking up pretty nicely. And I'm eating it. Alright, alright, alright. Alrighty. And comment below if you think ChatGPT is actually gonna make a difference in how people play this game. I mean, for setup-wise. And I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinion after this lap is over, but we're gonna go ahead and cross over this finish line, well, this jump, and then I'm gonna go silent and let the lap run out. I should have cleared that. So already I can tell you, like in the corners, it feels a little heavy. It doesn't feel like it wants to stay in the corner. It wants to pull out of it a little bit. But that could also be my error because I'm not that great at this game. I suck. But I mean, like the suspension, it feels alright. I mean, that one jump I should have cleared it, but I think it might just be a sprocket issue. I feel like the gear is a little bit too short. But yeah, that's one lap on this track. I might see if we can pump out a quicker lap. I don't know. But I mean, it feels stable. It just wants to go where it wants to go. I can't really, like, if I need to make minor adjustments, I can't. Because it's just so stiff. Well, not so much as like stiff. I don't know. The front end just feels really twitchy for some reason. But yeah, that's one lap on MX. So we're going to go and switch over to Supercross and see how it feels. We're going to go ahead and give this a go and see how it feels on the SX track. We are on Cleveland because I'm pretty comfortable on this track and know my way around, and it's kind of short. So right off the bat, it just feels like it's having a hard time clearing the jumps. But then again, that could be rider error. Yep, that was my error. Okay. I landed that. Don't know how. So far, though, I mean, it's not bad. Oh, dude, this is atrocious in the whoops. Oh my god, that's horrible. That was horrid. Alright, I'm kind of wondering how the long loop section is going to be. So, all in all, ChatGPT can definitely give you a setup, but you're going to have to fine-tune the hell out of it, or have ChatGPT kind of give it more information than what I did and have it fine-tune it for you. But I do believe that you could get a decent setup with ChatGPT if you put the time into actually, you know, conversating with the AI itself and given the information that it needs to give you the setup. But this could be a better way for you guys to find setups, so that way you're not, you know, paying for setups or anything like that. But I have a feeling this is going to be horrible in the whoops. Yeah, I will say this setup definitely needs tweaked to be perfect. But for what ChatGPT gives you, it's better than stock. I think it's better than stock, honestly. I also don't use this bike in game anymore, but again, rider error, not game error at all. Alright, there we go. Now we can finally hit that triple. Kind of went long on that a little bit, but that's alright. We still single out. We can still hit that triple into the double. Moment of truth here. How do the whoops feel? Okay. Alright. So the whoops definitely feel a lot better than what they did the last time. I just kind of messed up. I threw it into a wheelie by accident, but that's okay. But all in all, though, this actually doesn't feel too bad. I'm gonna give it one more go because I think I just need to shift up a gear. I think third gear ain't cutting it, or maybe just do second. Alright, that wasn't too bad. It was just because I needed to shift up a gear. So all in all, ChatGPT is definitely helpful in a sense if you need to create like a base setup and then just fine tune it from there. I'm not gonna say that this is perfect. It's by far from perfect, but it ain't bad. It's definitely a stepping stone for what you need to do. So I mean, I know a lot of people hate on AI, but it is something that does help out in the daily life and whatnot. I've used it for a lot of stuff, including things for my channel, creating merch ideas, and all sorts of stuff. So if you do want to try it out, I would definitely recommend it. It's definitely a lot different than what you would expect. Yeah, like I said, the loop section is struggling a little bit, but again, that could be rider error. But yeah, I'll probably do a part 2 of this eventually, once I figure out how I can get ChatGPT to recognize that it's for MX bikes, and I think it's trying to compare it to real life, to be honest with you. But if we can get it to actually acknowledge that it's for the game, it might be even better. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video and you want to see a part 2, let me know in the comments below. I do think that this is pretty beneficial, especially to newer players who are trying to tune setups and stuff, because ChatGPT can definitely give you insights on what all the little tweaks do. But yeah, so that's been the video, and thank you guys for stopping out and watching. I appreciate it. I just wanted to show you guys I don't actually suck at this game for once. And what you guys are about to see is going to be a lot of crashing. But that's okay. So yeah. This is just me telling you guys I don't suck like I think I do all the time. Dude, the Cowie feels so smooth right now. This is not on the ChatGPT setup, by the way. So, yeah. This is my own personal setup I created through my knowledge of bikes, and it works out pretty well. Okay, yep, the whip section.